Hi everyone, welcome to another quick session. In this session, we will discuss methods to secure data. So, first, geographic restrictions. Geographic restriction means that restrict access to data based on physical location, like IP addresses or country, prevents access attempts from countries with high cyber secure high cyber risk. So that means if you carry your company laptop to any other country, and that particular country from that particular country you are not supposed to access your company data. So your company can make sure that if someone tries to access data from one particular country, that person will not have access. That particular IP address will be blocked. So this is how we implement geographic restrictions. So for your company, there could be some countries where uh, from where if you try to access uh, the company data, uh, then those from those country, that communication is considered unsecure communication. Therefore, that can be blocked using this geographic restriction technique, and that can be done using IP addresses. So there could be multiple techniques, but here you just keep in mind uh, IP addresses. So as we all know that there are different subnet ranges or IP address ranges, with those IP addresses we can figure it out that particular public IP belongs to which country. So this is geographic restriction. Second is obfuscation. Obfuscation means makes data less readable or understandable to unauthorized users. Means code obfuscation, it makes messy and unreadable code to hide logic. So data, we can also say data masking, hiding sensitive data like your credit card digits. So whenever you use your credit card, so you have seen when you get invoice, after using your card, then first few digits are uh, are hidden. So for instance, you can see on that invoice star star. So so it data masking help to hide sensitive data like credit card digits. Second thing is third thing is anonymization. It is permanently removes all identifiers, so it is impossible to identify a person. So another important point when we discuss about anonymization, then GDPR is no longer applies, as we know that GDPR is for a European resident. Uh, so data can be gathered from the users based uh, on need basis, right? So uh, we are not supposed to ask for more data if that is not required. So therefore, GDPR is a very important GDPR is very important for EU's residents. So if let's say if we use this technique anonymization, then we can completely remove all identifier. Uh, so with those identifier, we can identify a subject or person. So if we use this technique, then GDPR no longer applies. So that means that data can be used for any other purpose, for research. So there is no GDPR. So the subject information will not be carried out. So if you use that techniques, you are not um, you do not have any problem with this GDPR. As I said, a research report using completely anonymous data for trends, uh, but individuals cannot be identified. So I have a separate video on this GDPR. We have discussed in detail about this GDPR law. So you can watch those. You can watch that video. As I said, the limitation not useful if you still need to track individual. So, for instance, if you want to reverse with the data and to identify the subject name or individual's information, then it would not be possible. So there is no any technique which we can use in order to uh, track individual data if we use anonymization technique. The fourth one is pseudonymization. Pseudonymization is replaces personal data with alias. Data can still be linked to individual with additional information. GDPR still applies, but with reduced requirements. Using fake names for test data with real names stored securely elsewhere. So the key takeaways, uh, let us again summarize what we have discussed. Geographic restrictions block risky or non-approved access, helps protect data, block logins from suspicious countries. Obfuscation make data code hard to read, protect sensitive data masking for support agents. Anonymization remove all identifiers. GDPR no longer relevant. Research reports. It is used for research reports. Pseudonymization replace data with aliases. GDPR applies but less strict. It can be used in test environment. Internal development team can use it. So So, as I said, anonymization is very important technique. Data is changed so much that you can never know who it belong to. No keys, no reference, no way to link it back. Even if you had the original data set, you could not put the pieces together. Uh, think of it like shredding paper into tiny pieces and burning it. There is no coming back. Example, striping all customer names, addresses, email, IDs, ETCs. So you only have aggregate numbers, like 50% of users prefer these features. Recovery is impossible. The data is no longer personal. Pseudonymization, again, data is replaced with aliases. The link still exists like a hidden key, but it is stored separately and securely. The data can be re-identified if you have linking information. Think of like giving everyone fake name, for example, user A, user B, but storing the real names in a separate locked file, right? So, for instance, James becomes a user 1234, Mike becomes a user 1235, but it can be again restored to the original name if needed. Recovery is possible if you have the mapping file, the key. Obfuscation, data is made hard to read, understand, but not fully anonymized. The data itself still exists, but it is scrambled like a jumbled code. Purpose: make it harder for unauthorized user to understand if they get access. Think of it think of it like speaking in a secret code. If you know the code, you can still understand it. Example, code obfuscation in a software makes code messy but still works. Example, masking parts of data like showing only last four digit of credit card. Recovery: yes, if you have the knowledge like secret code or unmasking method. So anonymization, if you use anonymization technique, as I have said multiple times, so then this GDPR is no more applicable. So that is something which we need to understand if it comes to anonymization. And if there is a question uh, for which technique GDPR will be not applicable, then we need to keep in mind that anonymization is one of those technique for securing data. So that's quick introduction. That's a quick summary of this method to secure data. I hope you have understood the techniques about securing data. Thank you so much for watching this video. If any question, feedback, please share in the comment section.